That's fine. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of No Title Needed. We are coming to you from the beautiful Feinstein's Cabaret here at the Hotel Carmichael in Carmel, Indiana, USA. And today's guest, well, before I introduce our guest, I'm Cynthia Collins.
And I'm Scott Osborne.
Aren't we wonderful?
We do it every time.
But we have a person that's even more wonderful than we are, Lisa Dahl. She is a wonderful person, our very special guest today, because you are a chef. You own multiple restaurants. Yeah. You are an entrepreneur, clearly. My God, you have made a documentary. You have a foundation. The list goes on. Okay, so let's just get right to it. You are a native here. You're born and raised in Indianapolis, but you live in Arizona. Are you in Sedona now?
I am now in Sedona.
Okay. How did you start? I mean, why being a chef? Very difficult, very hard, not easy. I know there's so many foodies now, and everybody's so into the cooking shows, and it has exploded. But that profession is very difficult, in my opinion. And how many restaurants do you have?
I have 6.
That's great.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, is it 6? 1 is a challenge.
That's true.
So how did this happen? What was your journey to becoming a chef that owns 6 restaurants? And I'm sure they're successful.
A restaurateur.
Yes.
It didn't start off with trying to create an empire. Honestly, it started very organically. I moved from the Bay Area after living in Indiana for a third of my life. And I lost my son in the Bay Area. He was a good Samaritan. When I came to Sedona, I took a bit of time to start the healing process. I'd always loved to cook. I would be a liar if I said that when I was 16 years old, I was cooking up great things, trying to convert the world into vegetarianism back then, and nobody wanted to listen too much. But it made me very, all the more creative to really try the healthier than how I was brought up. And that passion, it became a salvation. So when I started my first restaurant with my partner at the time, a chef from Italy, but that lived in the Bay Area, and we became involved in cooking together, I became the person that was the sous chef at that time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was sous chef by day, covered in sauce, and at night I turned into a fairy princess. But I loved both because my family, my mother's involvement in fashion, she was an entrepreneur.
That's right. You
at a very early age. Yes, my mother's. They were called Dorothy's. And back in the day, I think it's very fair to say that she was a fashion trendsetter. Mm-hmm. She put fashion on the map in Indianapolis. Many people know her from those older days, but 38 years, she pioneered the women's fashion in a very progressive way, in a similar way that I think I could say that I pioneered the culinary in Sedona at the time. I'm very fortunate that the Arizona Restaurant Association awarded me Food Pioneer in 2019. And it's hard to say this, but Top Chef in 2018, which really was the highest awards because it was voted by my peers in Arizona.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. Arizona is a incredible mecca of restaurants. I think it's been said that in the last few years, we're like number 4 or 5 in population base of restaurants per capita. So when I was given those awards, I couldn't believe it because Sedona is a small, I call it a hamlet. When I hear that Sedona is a city, I'm like, we're not a city. This is a city. Chicago's a city. Scottsdale's a city.
Yeah.
But Sedona was just like a new little, making its way through the birth canal, as I would say. It was so new that there weren't many restaurants. And so the food pioneer really, it touched me deeply and continues to, because bringing that brought also a lot more restaurants to our area. And, you know, we're very prolific now.
Well, Sedona is a destination. It has been very popular for, quite a few years. I mean, at least 25 years or more.
Well, and it's been growing. You're right. I mean, growing in that popularity, because people would say that we really weren't known for culinary back in those days, but the beauty of Sedona's nature has been popular with that cult. You know, back in the early days, they did a lot of movies in Sedona. There were the Westerns, and it was very, you know, but it evolved through all of the creative aspects that have now become assets. And let's be honest, when you go on a trip, you want food. You want great food. You want dining experience.
Of course.
Yeah, local
And if
food.
you don't have that, then it's just another gorgeous place for hiking and biking and all that is, and yoga and all of that. But it all has to kind of fit together.
Sure.
And we, I think, have gained that popularity and status as one of the top destinations for resort towns, I would say progressively in the last decade, more so even the last 5-6 years, because of all the incredible hotels and resorts that are beginning to proliferate even more recently. And there's been, you know, I read recently the TripAdvisor, we were in the top 10 to 15 in the country of destinations. So that's a big honor.
And when you, go, because it's,
What would you say your restaurant styles are?
6 of them. Are they all
they're
different?
Oh, each are different. Each are completely different. Everyone hears me swoon over my original restaurant, but it's very special. It's called Dahl in Luca. And in December, we're going to celebrate our 30th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yes. And I call it the Shrine to the Divine, because you can feel an aura when you walk in. And that's not everyone, but those that are sensitive to that ethereal, magical, you know, I will brag a little. D&D, as locals call it, and people that love it and are just frequent guests, they say D&D for short, which is so cute.
Yeah.
We were awarded the TripAdvisor 2024 Best of the Best Top 1%.
You're like one
But
after
check
the
this
other.
out.
You're like boom, boom, boom. You're racking up the awards.
It's an honor beyond words, but I'll tell you why that particular award got me. It was unexpected. They called that category the Best of the Best Top 1% Most Romantic Restaurants Date Night in the U.S., and we were number 7. And again, imagine New York, Chicago, and all these places. No, it really is. And so we call it our modern romance. It's a very chic, refined Italian, very, our food is delicate. So when you say define our style, each restaurant has its own style, but there is connective tissue that when you come there, you go, this, in a way, the soul of the restaurant reminds me of another dining experience. So I go from a rustic Mediterranean restaurant, my second, Cucina Rustica, you've walked into another world. My tagline is, the doorway to the imagination awaits you. Old doors, windows, gates, everything authentic. You'll have to see it for yourself. Next was my first attempt at Woodfire Pizzeria. And my pizzeria ties back into my family because my dad passed away by the time I opened Pizza Lisa. Oh, and people always wondered, well, where'd you get that name? And it's because I wanted my father to stay with me, love pizza. He quartered my mother pizza. He grew up in Chicago, and it was always everything Chicago. Sure. But ours is actually paper thin, and I know there's so many great pizzas these days. But I opened that 12 years ago. It taught me a lot, but people wanted to know, well, what's in that name? And I tell them the story is that my dad, who wasn't really affectionate in the typical daddy way, would pinch me and say, I want a little piece of Lisa. And it became, and the restaurant just started to flourish once we put the explanation of the name forth. And the biggest, and many people might say the most in demand on some levels because of its popularity, is called Mariposa.
Hold on, we got to take a break.
Yeah.
And no, we have to take a break. But I hate this. These restaurants are so interesting. They're absolutely.
I want to pick up right.
We're going to pick up, right?
I'm going to make you hungry.
No,
I am.
Are you hungry? I'll start.
starving already.
Need some coffee.
We'll be right back talking about more delicious food and Lisa Dahl's journey out in Sedona. Right after this. Hey everyone, we are back with our extraordinary guest, Lisa Dahl, chef, entrepreneur, 6 restaurants,
Author.
oh my God, author of cookbooks, documentary maker, entrepreneur, the list goes on.
It's crazy.
So, yeah, absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
So we,
You're making me feel really old.
Oh no.
no, accomplished
Yes.
is more like it.
Okay.
I think
Thank
that's
you.
a much better
Thank
word.
you.
Good word.
I like that word better.
Yeah, I do too. Because age is just a number. That's all it is. So we were talking about your restaurants and how 6 of them, and they're all quite different,
Yes.
but clearly they all have your heart and soul in them. As we were talking about during the break, how a person comes into a restaurant, they know they feel something special. They don't always know what it is, but it's the chef's heart that is in that food. And
I love that question.
you know what I mean?
Yes, I comment. Yes.
And so what are your, because now we have, now I feel like we have a ton to cover.
We do.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other, we talked about 3. Now, what are your other 3 restaurants? We landed on
We certainly did. Pizza Lisa, which a piece of Lisa from my daddy. He never had wood-fired pizza that I'm aware of, but he loved pizza. And as I said, he was like romantic about pizza. And so I wanted to really, if I was going to do it, I really wanted to do it well. I came from the Bay Area where wood-fired had just started to come on the scene in a very big way. Cooking on wood or making pizza in wood, it is a little dicey. You have to learn a lot. I don't have gas igniters, so believe me.
Did you
The
go-
wood tells you.
Yeah, the wood
Dahl.
too. And how
Yes.
how did you learn? Did you go over to Italy? Or did you have...
Well, I experienced incredible pizza in Italy before opening my first. I fell in love with the pizza, of course, but no, I didn't learn it in that way. I mean, it's very organic, as we know, and wood is a major teacher, and building fires and all that good stuff. But I have to say, the fire in the cooking really was a passion. It's like it has this mystique to me that's almost inexplicable. I carried the love of wood fire in the pizza business into the Mariposa Latin-inspired grill, which is Argentinian in its
So now you got the other. Now you got
the
the
steak, and it's a steak seafood grill, and we are solely on wood as our igniter and our flavor enhancer. Of course, there's nothing like having a steak or a piece of fish or a vegetable that's been grilled on wood. But it's not as easy as I thought it was, to say the least.
Is it a secret which type of wood you're typically burning?
It's not a secret. You know, you have to, I think, go with what wood is most prevalent in your area.
Okay.
We cook on oak or pecan. We do not solely cook on mesquite because that would be very hard for us to get on in the volume that we use all the time. we've tried a lot of different wood techniques. We could make a show out of that, but I think we don't have time. There's a lot to it. It's a lot different. Every style of surface that one cooks on can affect so many different styles. I mean, you can make a darn good steak in a nicely seasoned iron skillet if you have the technique. But it is technique, but wood is more imperfect. And you have to really be sensitive, and you can't just put a timer, we're going to turn this steak in this amount of time.
The heat and
It is.
and the balance of the
And
temperature.
the building in the different zones of your grill or of your oven.
and the surrounding heat.
Absolutely.
So, oh my gosh. And
Well, I'll tell you another one that would blow your mind. I have developed a 5th restaurant concept called Butterfly Burger. And again, we're crazy enough to just cook all the burgers on wood. And they are outrageous. We do have one famous burger. I call it the Wee Wee Monsieur, which is my patty melt, French-inspired patty melt, that we cook on a flat grill. But it's an art, and it takes a lot of stamina to cook over wood for a long period. I don't really think that I'm cooking over wood every day.
you have all your
I have incredible staff, but I won 2 burger battles in Scottsdale. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, 3. And that was, I won the first People's Choice in 2016, and then 2018 I won. In 2019, I won the Judge's Choice, which led me to opening my first burger concept.
And then after the burger one, what's your 6th restaurant?
Is second version of Pizza Lisa.
Oh,
Which is so sweet and is beautiful. And they sit across the parking lot. For those that might come to Sedona, they are next to each other in the village of Oak Creek. And, what are the 2 most popular foods that we love in America? Burgers and pizza. But the way I do them leads back to what you said, what is my style? I'm a purist. And I have to source in a way to feel good about what I'm feeding my guests and, of course, everyone that comes into our restaurants. And so sourcing's everything. We use all natural meat. I use the best burger source. The vegetables are all organic. Many people might see that in the film when they do get to see the film.
yeah. I'm
into it.
documentary.
Great transition.
My God, yes, that's a great transition that you just helped us with.
I did.
Oh my God, thank God. So, yes, the doc. Yes. Oh, please.
Well, people love the film thing.
And what's the title?
The film is called Blessed by Grace.
Okay.
And it's very magical, and it's very Sedona, it's very sensual. And it's my journey through my son, the golden boy, that led me to Sedona to begin with, to start cooking with love from my heart and my soul. When you cook with love, you feed the soul, is my mantra. So it's not just about eating, it's about dining experiences. And that was captured by a James Spirit Award food photographer as well as a brilliant cinematographer. And we captured the essence of both. And the good people here at the Heartland Indy Shorts, we were awarded the Indy Spotlight Film, and we were also awarded among some beautiful films, we were awarded the Audience Choice.
Wow.
And so this little guy is a symbol of the film. But the film, many people will look at it, and some have told me their favorite part is the organic farm where I spend time with you'll meet the farmer who's more than just a farmer. I mean, you're talking much acreage, all certified organics that we pick up twice a week for our restaurants and deliver it ourselves. And that's a very big segment. But also it led to the soup Hope, which is my foundation soup. We have a foundation. It's newly gained its 501(c), and we're developing a soup and engineering a soup with engineers out of Berkeley, California, to get the soup, which is this delicious soup made with it's plant-based, it's gluten-free, it's got everything you can imagine, but it tastes like a soup that you can't get it out of your soul. You taste it and you just can't get enough.
And the
Is there a title?
Lisa?
Soup?
Yes, it is called Soup Hope, and I call it
okay.
the universal soup of love because you can literally taste the love. And it's a soup that is dedicated to, of course, to my son's legacy, and it ties in with what we call Justin's Garden. So that's the content of the film. It also opens the hearts of those to want to know more about the foundation, which is a newer foundation, but it's getting its tracking. And the Soup Hope is going to be something that we're going to see the time when we get to the retail and develop Soup Hope along with other soups to the retail.
And what is the foundation, Lisa? That is your goal. What is your goal for this foundation? It's brand new.
Is
It's a
to-
not-for-profit, obviously. All foundations not-for-profit, 501c3.
Yes.
And what is the goal?
The goal
Yes.
is
Your hope.
my hope is to be able to feed people in this world that are hungry. You know, we take much for granted in our daily lives, but in our country, in our state, in our little town, in the world, there is so much hunger and there's so many people. When I hear the stories in Gaza, and I hear that people just want flour. They just come, and when I see those people with those pots,
Yeah.
those people that are dying of malnourishment, and they have their pots, and all they want is like some rice,
Right.
just to make something over their fires. I don't think there's any pain that I have a harder time enduring than knowing that people, and here we are, we take a lot for granted.
Right.
So I want to feed people from my soul and from Justin that will make him proud, and we can do it. But we feed people every day. I'm in the restaurant business, and I'm able through that business, that career, to be very charitable. And that's been going on for 30 years.
He is back.
But this has got to culminate and snowball into a much bigger. Ultimately, I want to see it dehydrated and be able to be a crisis intervention solution in the future. That's the ultimate goal.
Okay.
But first, retail.
Right. Little steps.
Yes.
Little steps. And you're
Baby
starting
steps.
it. And,
Yes.
And kudos to you. You're starting it. You have one more thing you're starting. You know, why don't you put something else on your plate?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're busy enough. But unfortunately, we have to wrap it up.
Yes.
Of course, we all knew we wouldn't have enough time with you.
Yes.
But don't
The fixture? You never know.
Gosh, are you kidding?
In the
Sure.
future, we talk about my cookbooks
Yes.
and how they led me to have my identity as a self-taught chef in a man's world. We got a lot more to talk about there, sister.
My brother, that could be an endless conversation.
Yeah.
And then we'll do that in Sedona. So we're taking it on the road.
Are you coming?
Yes.
Yes, we're going on location.
Yes.
But thank you, Lisa Dahl, and your new documentary, and your 6 restaurants in Sedona, and your journey is absolutely fantastic. And congratulations on every single award that you have been winning and have won. And I really hope the documentary continues to do well because it's not just it's obviously an important message that you have to want to share.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
And that's
absolutely. That's the purpose of having
That really
the
makes it special. Yes.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
And I'm blessed to have been here.
Oh, sure.
And as
sure,
they
sure,
say,
sure. We're
once a Hoosier,
your
always a
restaurant.
Hoosier.
Oh, see, yeah, you know your roots.
Yes, I know my roots, and I love root vegetables. That's another conversation.
That could be your tagline.
Yeah.
Okay, we're leaving now, and we'll see you next time on No Title Needed. I don't know. Come on over to Feinstein's. What the hell? Come on over.
I got to see one this week. It was beautiful.
Oh, let me tell you, there's a wide variety of entertainment here, and you won't be disappointed. The mixologists are great. Have a little nosh, have a little cocktail, see some wonderful entertainment. They have something going on here almost every evening, and it's a beautiful venue.
Yep.
So do yourself a favor and come on over to Feinstein's at the Hotel Carmichael. And we, Cynthia Collins,
Scott Osborne.
we'll see you next time on No Title Needed. Bye.